Welcome replay viewers, and good afternoon everybody. KC Pilot, thank you for joining. Yeah, it looks beautiful today. It is. It's a little cool. We have a slight north wind right now, but very enjoyable. Air temperatures 52 degrees Fahrenheit indicated. Hey Nebo, how are you? Hello in France. Good to see you. Yes, beautiful day here. Let's see, it's just not quite 2 o'clock New York time. Yeah, wait a minute, now I messed you up with the tilt. Alright, let's get back to the regular. I have my iPhone 10 in the Osmo gimbal, DJI Osmo 3 gimbal. So it should hold the picture pretty steady. And we're doing this live stream YouTube broadcast via the Streamlabs. No, take that back. Prism Live Studio. Got to get all my apps squared away here. There's so many of them. Yeah, okay, 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So Naboul, where you are, must be about 7 p.m. right now, right? Southern France. Early evening. Yeah, Prism, right. The Prism Live Studio app, which you can multi-stream on, but I'm just going out on the one stream right now, the YouTube live stream. So we're just enjoying a nice quiet afternoon here out in the fresh air. Obviously, worldwide, we all have the same problem right now. Kind of staying personally isolated and doing what we can with the current situation. Just to show you a little bit of this area here, I'm located about 100 kilometers or 62 miles east of New York City on the south shore of Long Island, New York, Suffolk County. So we're about halfway out Long Island, which stretches from Brooklyn to Montauk Point. And this is on the south shore. This view is looking a little bit to the northeast right now. I'll just pan around here slowly and show you the area here. Let's see if the gimbal follows now as I move it around. Yeah, it is. Okay. I'll pan slowly so we don't make people dizzy here. And this is looking off to the south toward the bay, and then across the bay is the Barrier Beach, Fire Island Barrier Beach, and then on the other side of that is the Atlantic Ocean. So as the crow flies, about a mile and a half, mile and 3/4 from where we're sitting right here over to the Atlantic Ocean, which we will try to get to. What gimbal am I using? This is D. Wait, let me think about this now. DJI Osmo, OSMO, Osmo 3. It's the third generation DJI gimbal for smartphones. I've had it since last September or October. I forget when I picked it up, but it's working very well. It's lightweight, compact, and it's foldable. And on a full charge, full battery charge, it'll run at least 15 hours. So, yeah. Oh, you do? Well, great. So you know how good it is. How are you enjoying yours? Andrea, how are you doing? Jean and I are doing very well here, living our quiet, isolated life here on the East End. And we only go out to the store. Like this morning, I went to King Cullen early in the morning to get some milk and a few items for lunch. But other than that, we're kind of staying personally isolated. We have a lot of people call up and ask how we're doing, and if we need anything, they'd run it by us. But so far, so good. Knock on wood here. All right, we're in good health. Yeah, I can, Andrea, you have everything and is all closed down, so that makes it a little rugged to get through it, but we'll get through all of this. I was listening to Andrew Cuomo's briefing this morning, press briefing or a daily announcement, and so they're predicting like the peak of this for New York will probably be in another 2 to 3 weeks. And of course the medical people in Italy are telling us here in America, be prepared. Get ready. But as long as we keep ourselves isolated where we don't get into any large crowds or, we can't do that really with everything shut down. Especially for you, Andre, you're in the city with every attraction shut. See what you're saying here. I don't think they're going to start up school before the start of the school year in September. No, I think this school year is finished for all of our New York City and suburban schools. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the state, but Nassau, Suffolk County, and New York City, I think where the school year is over with. And that may be for the best. That will be for the best, but as long as folks who are out of work now can be given some financial assistance, that's going to be a definite thing, and I hope our Congress and our federal government gets its act together today or tomorrow. Let's get going with this. But once we get over the hump here, it'll take a while to get back to what we used to think was normal. It'll never be the same normal. It'll be a different way of normal. But I feel for the rest of the country or large parts of America who have not really been hit with this the way New York metropolitan area has been hit so far. And they're going to be in for a rude awakening. I see where some parts of the country, they sending young people back to college or reopening the schools and everything. And That just has to be total folly, my personal opinion. Because I think anything that's happening here in New York, we're going to peak in another 2 to 3 weeks, and then the rest, other parts of the country, it's going to be the end of April into May when they hit the spike of it. Let's just pan around here a little bit. There we go. I'll do that. So again, this is looking to the east northeast. Oh. Well, that's good, Andrea, that you're staying busy with that. And my grandchildren who are in Madison, Wisconsin, are at home, and the so-called school learning over the internet via their laptop computers. But truthfully, I don't know how well that works. There's only so much you can do there. And my daughter, who is a college professor and a department chairperson, is also home, and she's running her business and teaching from home. Yeah, Nebul, that's you're making a perfect comment there, and this is what Italy is telling us. The Italian leadership, and especially the Italian medical community. Be ready for what you see here and learn from us. So, hopefully we will learn proper lessons. We need to enjoy nice days like today. Just everybody keep our good balance about us and keep our sense of everything about us. Just enjoy this nice sunshine and warmth right now here in our part of the world. So far so good with the video you folks are telling me, right? My visitors from New York City to southern France right now. KC Pilot. Yeah, I agree with you there. Follow the science. Listen to what they're telling us. Don't get out in crowds. Don't think you can go out in your area where you live if a restaurant is still open or a bar and a grill are open. Don't think you can go socialize. Well, you can do it, but it's going to be at big risk. That's for sure. I don't wish anyone any ill health and ill will, but unfortunately, many people are going to learn a tough lesson the hard way. Here again, I'm looking south out. Let me just zoom in a little bit, see how this function works with my pinch zoom. There we go. We're looking through the neighbor's dock, but anyway, you get the picture there. So this is looking to the south, and you'll see that ribbon of land off in the distance. That's our Barrier Beach, Fire Island extension of it. And on with the dune line. And on the other side of that is the Atlantic Ocean. And I tried to get over to the beach this past weekend, but it was just too cold and windy here to do that day. But I think I'll try to make an isolated trip over to the ocean beach here the next good weather day, and we'll see what we can see over there. And I'm sure there'll be a few other people walking, but as long as we all stay separated, I think we'll be fine. Let me zoom back down to full panorama view here, full landscape. Okay, there goes the 205 train to New York City, Andrea. Spionk to Jamaica train. You may have heard the horn there in the background. Roxy, what's Roxy Pedro 100? Love all your videos and I'm one of your neighbors. Well, good. Well, thank you. Do you live in town? Do I know that name? That handle? Give me a hint. We don't have our swans here today. The other day we were sitting down here and we had our 2 resident swans. But I can give you an update on that. I see one of them swimming across the creek, on the other side of the creek. And through my binoculars, I see that they are now building a nest in the bulrushes on the opposite side of the creek. Oh, by the water on Lake Evan. Okay, very good. Well, thank you very much. I'm just down the way from you a little bit. Let's see if we can zoom in here and see where the swan is going over there. Yeah, we saw them hop up on the bulkhead over there the other day, and the 2 of them together are building a nest over there. So maybe this is the year we'll have the little cygnets back. We'll see how that goes this spring. My next big thing here is to get my purple martin houses up by the 1st of the month. And usually the first martins will arrive somewhere around April 10th in this area. I'll just give you a quick view of what I'm talking about here. See this post right here, this white post? Those are permanent posts that stay in the ground, but I attach a 15-foot high post that bolts into that, and then we swing that up and we install the purple martin houses on there. You were thinking about them. Yeah, they're on their way back north, Andrea. I think they're as far north as Virginia right now. It's still a little too cool here, although we should get our first so-called scout birds, the early birds that arrive, sometime between the 1st of April and the 10th of April. First ones will show up for the season. So I always like to have the houses up and ready for the first arrivals to come. I think what I'll do this year, show people this, is set the iPhone up on a tripod and show you what Purple Martin House installation is all about. See, here's the other pole. Give you an idea what this is all about. These 2 posts are cemented into the ground. I did that many, many years ago. And then the main purple martin post pole goes in between there. See, and you run 12-inch bolts through there, and it pivots up. You'll get a better feel for what that's all about when you see those go in. And then the martin houses are pulled up and down the pole with a winch, a cable and a winch. So we have to be ready for our purple martins arriving. Yeah, we'll set that up, KC Pilot, when I do the installation of the houses that day, and let the video speak for itself. Okay, good folks. Well, thank you for joining me this afternoon on this YouTube broadcast, live YouTube broadcast using the Prism Studio Live Studio app. By way of that, I wanted to try that going out on YouTube. And for those of you who follow me on Periscope, I might try a little test broadcast there. Nabul, you take good care of yourself over there in France, and thank you for joining me today. Everybody here, stay safe, be well. Thanks very much, everybody. Take care now.